I want to talk to you about internal inclusions, and the first one I want to talk about is cleavage. Now, cleavage can be a very damaging imperfection within a diamond because it shouldn't receive any kind of pressure or blow from whatever source. What would happen is that there is a chance that that stone would crack along the cleavage plane, and that would end up with the stone perhaps being in two pieces or maybe even three. If you have a look at the diagram, you'll be able to see it looks like a crack within the diamond, and that is running parallel to the octahedral face, which means that if it received any pressure or blow, there is a potential for it to split the diamond into different pieces. If you have a look at this picture, you will see running from the center of the stone out to 3 o'clock on the girdle, that there's a whole chunk of diamond that's come out. The reason for that is that unfortunately this diamond receives some kind of a blow or pressure on the cleavage plane, and what's happened is it cleaved and the whole chunk of diamond has come out. A fracture is a break in the stone that runs in any direction other than the cleavage direction, which means that you often see irregular breaks in the diamond. If you look at the picture, you will see that there's a break out of the stone, but it's very irregular in shape, and that's because it's a fracture as opposed to a cleavage. Included crystals are a common phenomenon in polished diamond, and they can be made up of diamond itself. It could be a small octahedron, could be a irregular shape of a diamond, or it could be a garnet, which is an indicator stone of diamond when we're searching for them. And they are in the diamond. There's nothing we can do about removing them, and they become part of the grading process when it comes to the grading of a polished stone. The picture clearly shows you the included crystals. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are about 8 of them, clearly visible, and they are in the diamond. There's nothing we can do from a polishing perspective that we could ever do to remove them. An inclusion is some form of imperfection that's within the diamond. It's not an included crystal which has a specific shape, but inclusions within the diamond can have any shape at all. They could be flat, they could be oval, they could be semi-round, they could be all sorts of different shapes, and they could be irregular shaped. But they're within the diamond, and there's nothing we could do to remove them. And if you look at the diagram, where there's an arrow pointing to it, you can clearly see there's something in the stone. It's irregular in shape, but it's now part of the makeup of that particular diamond, and is an identifying feature and also may affect the grade. In the second picture, you can clearly see there's an inclusion within the diamond, but this particular inclusion is running very close to the surface and also parallel to the pavilion plane. And what this means is that should it be subject to any pressure or heat abnormally, it could separate away and that piece of diamond could fall out. So inclusions such as this could present a risk in polished diamond. When we talk about pinpoints, the best way to describe them in many ways is this. If you have mist, it almost looks as if it's not solid. It's sort of lots made up of little spots and dots. That's what pinpoints are. They're in the stone, they can vary in size, and they can vary in number. And they, without a doubt, will affect the grade of a diamond, providing they can be seen at 10 power. If we have a look at the picture, you can clearly see where the white pinpoints are, and they're also reflecting across the stone. And those, again, are within the diamond. We cannot do anything about them, but they are going to be taken into consideration when you do the final clarity grading of this particular diamond. A cavity is where a part of the diamond has broken away, often caused where it's received a blow or stress, or maybe a claw was pushed too hard down onto the girdle of the stone, and what happens is part of the diamond breaks off, and that's called a cavity. If we look at the picture, we can clearly see that there's a whole bit of the diamond missing, where it must have received a blow or some pressure on it that caused it to fracture off. Graining or twinning lines are essentially growth lines in the formation of the diamond and can be either external or internal. They cannot be removed because they're actually, even the external ones are normally running in too deep. If you look at the first picture, there's an external grain line where there's an arrow, and it's on the surface of the diamond. If you have a look at the second picture, you can clearly see the grain lines or twinning lines within the stone. And if those are colored or reflective in any way, without a doubt would affect the ultimate value of that particular diamond. Feathers are inclusions that run from the surface into the diamond. They are very often irregular in shape, and they can run from any surface and run in any direction. In the picture, you can see running from the girdle down into the stone, into the crown, into the pavilion of the diamond. You can see these feathers running into the diamond. If you have a look at the second diagram, you're looking at the pavilion, and you can clearly see what's called a three-directional hairline feather inclusion running from the surface into the stone, and those inclusions are running in at various depths. Nicks can be the result of fault in manufacture, or it can be that there was an inclusion on the diamond that actually fell out, and that does happen. The only way to repair it would be to repolish the diamond. And if you look at the picture, you can clearly see there's a break running up from the girdle into the diamond itself.
Okay, Alan, so what you've been explaining to us about these inclusions is depending on where the inclusion is situated in the polished stone and the size of it does have a significant impact on the value of a diamond.
That's absolutely correct.